Hi guys, thanks for joining me on Dalisosportsshow. It is the preview for the Champions League quarter-final round, Sporting Lisbon versus Arsenal. The worst thing about doing previews way in advance, like you have to do on such a small channel, is that you're having to make a lot of assumptions, and we are going to have to make a lot of assumptions to get through this matchup. This preview, rather. So let us look at how I think Sporting are going to line up. I'm not going to go into the drama of the last few games. Arsenal let me down. It really helps us in the end because the last thing we needed was to meet Manchester City again. And it shows a lot of weakness because I'm scared of Man City. I don't even want to pretend. I do not want those guys anywhere near me at the moment after what they did to us. They're just teams that give you that, fear. So this is how Sporting are going to line up. I'm going to whiz through them because I want to focus on how we should line up to take advantage of basically to come home with a win for next week. So in goal, they've got a guy called Rui Silva, and then a back four of Fresneda, Quaresma, Gonzalo Inacio rather, Araujo. Is this the same Araujo from Barcelona? Anyway, probably. And then Bregans and Morita in holding midfield roles. Attacking midfielders, we've got Catamo, Trincao, and Goncalves with Luis Suarez up front. It is not the original Luis Suarez. I actually did a double take last time. I was like, since when? Anyway, same name. It's a common name. Now, for Arsenal, the last two games we've had two back-to-back wins. It does not help. It doesn't help. I'm telling you, when you're going into an important game where you've just had two rough games where you've been beaten, where you've been outplayed, outthought, it doesn't help. The only positive is that the team that started against Southampton was definitely like our second tier team. We didn't have our main guys in there. So hopefully these main guys had closed their ears and know what to do to get the job done. This is how LiveScore are saying they'll line up. And to be honest, apart from one player, this is probably how they should line up. So the Raya in goal. Now they've got a back four of Calafiori, Big Gabi and Saliba, and then Ben White. For me, I wouldn't play Ben White. I would be having Juri and Timber in there. I hope he is back at least because he was, I think, out mostly with fatigue and mysterious circumstances. I think he should be back. Ben White, love this guy, of course. He has got the right attitude. But for a game this important away from home, I don't think it benefits any of us to see what we saw against Southampton. The funny thing is, after some of the things that were happening in that Southampton game, I started convincing myself that maybe we're doing this deliberately to come out of the FA Cup. And then Noni came on and everyone sort of woke up and they started pressing harder and faster. And I was like, maybe we want to win the game. Anyway, I would rather Ben White doesn't start. I would rather have, even Mosquera is better for me there. But Big Gagby limped off. He might not start. So we might have to have a Saliba, Mosquera or Hincapie might be back for it, or Norgard, in fact, might be back for it because he has played in that central position before for us. So we might have to patch it up, but I would not want to risk Big Gabi any further because we can always draw this one and let him rest another week if we can just basically come away with a nil-nil win. For me, it's a nil-nil win. You don't have to win everything. It's so overrated. So that would be great. And then our midfield should look like this. Odegaard. Now, Odegaard, some of the things was doing rusty. Of course, he hasn't been playing for a long time. In fact, he's had very few games this season. The first goal we conceded was due to an error he made, a decision error he made. But overall, he had a very positive impact personally. Decently, he had like an open goal he missed, things like that. But having him in there at least helped us create some chances which we just didn't take. So having him in there with Zubamendi and Rice, this will benefit Zubamendi so much better because Zubamendi hopefully can focus on protecting the back four while Odegaard and Declan do a lot more probing. When Odegaard is not playing, Zubamendi is almost always forced to try and help out too much in our attacking play, which is terrible. He cannot cut through lines at all. No offense, bro. You are not exactly, yeah, no, Rodri, but Rodri, Rodri is a demonic, is brilliant, but you can't compare them. Different kind of players, 100%. But he can probably be more comfortable and not be forced to think offensively when Odegaard is playing. I am hoping he can sort of facilitate some of those attacking instincts of Odegaard and Declan Rice. Declan Rice, my guy, we have missed you so much. Oh my goodness me. We missed you. Please, whatever you do, you better be fit because Life Score have gone with Martinelli on that left wing. Martinelli in the Champions League, 100% start him. 100% start this guy. No, I don't even need to clarify anything. Just start him. He'll score. He'll score at least one. And then on the right, we'll go with Noni Madueke. I love Noni. Honestly, you guys, I know a lot of people want an end product, but honestly, he's got enough. He is our most exciting player. Like every time there's Arsenal are playing, even with Max Dowman, who's great, gets the ball, kills the tempo. Saka gets the ball, kills the tempo, back pass, sideways pass. Noni is like, hell no, he bombs, headless chicken star, and that is at least gives us some unpredictability. I love it. Now, if Saka is available, both of them are basically unfit. Saka and Noni, both of them are injured. And I think Saka's injury is worse. I know why Arteta has to play Saka. It's basically preparing him for the last 3 to 4 games of the season, where we'll be like absolutely getting battered down with pressure from Man City. I don't mind, play whoever you want, but they've got Noni or Saka. I think either of these two will be good because they should actually swap. So as long as they share the workload on that day, they're doing a work share thing. Up front, there is absolutely no question who should start in this game. This guy is going back home. He came from Sporting. He did amazing things there. Let him go and score us a double, even a hat trick. Although I've predicted a 2-1 win for Arsenal, so I don't know why I'm saying that Martinelli will score and Gyökeres will get a hat trick. The math is not mathing. But at the end of the day, we know the qualities of Victor Gyökeres. When he comes on, our holding play is better. He's got this big threat. He's big, lumbering, huge guy. Love him. But yeah, let him play. That is the team I want to see. Playing on the wing, of course, we've got the option of Max Dowman coming on. We've got the option of Saka. Hopefully he's fit. Eze has traveled with the team. Apparently he's involved in full training. If he is also playing, then if he is available to play, he should start instead of instead of Captain Odegaard. Odegaard can come on, let them swap. I'm not scared of Sporting. I really am not. Who else? Nkapia is injured. Merino, we know. Timber apparently has got a groin injury. What are they talking about? And Saka is still struggling for fitness. But I've got a feeling we'll have a better update tomorrow. We'll see what I do. Please find me on TikTok. Same Dalisosportsshow, because I'll probably do a mini TikTok. I might even share it on here, depending on the news that we get early in the day before the match. But this is how I think we should line up, definitely. Tell me if there's anything Arsenal can do tomorrow to confirm, to guarantee this victory. For me, I am operating on steam emotionally when it comes to Arsenal. The 2 losses against Man City really knocked the stuffing out of me. I don't know. I think my love for the team, the club is so much that I want us to succeed so much. But the players don't believe in it. What am I supposed to do? And then they've got some other fans as well who feel like not protesting this lack of belief means you're not an Arsenal fan. I mean, it takes all sorts to make a club. And just because you're not confronting our problems head on, you're not going to get a special seat at the parade bait. We are going to be looking at that bus passing together. But the fact is, we need to confront some of the things that we are seeing and going through, and hopefully are going to get improved next year. But 100% Arteta in, whatever the case, only win one trophy this season. Perfect. That is more than enough, more than perfect. He should have a go again next season because you know what, stability is more important. Let's have a look at the other team that is going to be playing tomorrow night, which is, well, it might be today, whenever you're watching it on Tuesday, which is Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. This is how Bayern Munich should line up. Now, in goal, it looks like Courtois, not Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. It looks like Courtois is injured. So we've got Andre Lunin, who's not definitely not as good as Courtois, but he'll do a job. They're expecting a back four of Alexander Arnold, Rudiger, Huijsen, and Fran Garcia. Holding midfield, which is crazy. Midfield of, yeah, it's definitely going to be 4-3-3 here. I'll do, well, Brahim Diaz. We know the guy who missed that penalty in the final at the African Nations Cup. Kamavinga, Shumeni, Ada Gula. Oof, I really don't like this midfield. Where is Valverde? What's happened to Valverde, you guys? I don't like it. Adagula, okay. And then up front, Kylian Mbappe and Vini Jr. We know Vini's qualities is going to be flying everywhere. We know Mbappe is going to be flying everywhere. A lot of Real Madrid fans, I know too many, to be honest. I don't know how I got myself involved with people who support this team. Absolutely crazy. But they're complaining about Kylian Mbappe's influence on the team. And I've heard Alonso also say that he's pretty horrendous to have in the team and stuff. He's whatever. But the guy is fire. Honestly, his power, love him. His power is crazy. Let us also have a look at the way Bayern Munich should line up. So, Manuel Neuer in goal. I can't believe this guy is still playing. What is he doing in goal still? He must be 45. And then Lima, Ta, King Min Jae, and Stanisic, defense. Holding midfield of Kimmich and Pavlovic. I remember these guys. Ugh. I remember these guys. We played them in the early rounds, isn't it? Did them, I think, 3-1. And then Luis Diaz, oh, yes, from Liverpool. Gnabry from Arsenal. Michael Olise. This guy has been on fire for Bayern. And then Harry Kane up front, although I have heard that Harry Kane is carrying an injury. Anyway, whatever the case, my prediction for this match is that Bayern Munich and Madrid are going to draw 2-2 because I think when Bayern now plays at the Allianz Arena back in Germany, they're going to absolutely hammer Madrid. I think they'll be going through at the expense of Real Madrid. I don't know what you guys think. I know history. History says that Real Madrid are going to win because they always win, these guys. But it was in 2017. It's not recent when these guys have played. So I feel like Bayern are more coherent and a stronger team than this Madrid one, which is changing managers like underwear. Let me know what you think, you guys. Now, let us also now have a look at Wednesday matches where we see Barcelona versus Real Madrid. You guys, didn't we see this team play 3 days ago? They're like, it's become when we were watching Real Madrid versus Barcelona every other day. This is what's happened. So, on live score, they've actually put the lineup the way they lined up in the league game the other days, the way they're lining up. On the 4th, which is like, honestly, I'd be so irritated. In goal for Barcelona, they're expecting Joan Garcia to play. I don't think Szczesny wants to play. He doesn't like playing anymore. He's only there for the vibes now. A back four of Ronald Araujo. So the other Araujo is probably really a relation. And then Pau Kabasi, Gerard Martin was sent off. Oh no, they actually rescinded. They gave him a yellow card in the end, but that was a red card offense. João Cancelo as back four. Holding midfielders, they've got Pedri, Eric Garcia, Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez is good, actually. All these three, yeah. when you're playing Barcelona, sometimes you think, do these guys know about gravity, or is gravity just for the rest of us? They float. Did you see what they did to Newcastle? You know, like when Newcastle were playing them at St. James's Park, yeah? Barcelona said, these guys are so physical. And it was really physical, and press was crazy. So when they went back to Barcelona, they were just so pressed. They just passed the ball so quick. Newcastle just went dizzy. They just couldn't contain them. And it was hilarious. Anyway, so we've done the midfield block. Then the attacking block, you've got Lamine Yamal, Marcus Rashford, who's doing absolutely fantastic there, and Danny Olmo, who is pretty impressive. You know, I love this team because they're so young, they're so vibrant, but they're so naive as well. The shipping goes for fun, so they need to be really aware. They probably could do with somebody a lot more mature in midfield. I mean, Eric Garcia does a great job, but let us also now look at how Atletico Madrid should line up. They've got this guy, Juan Musso in goal, back four of Gonzalez, Lenglet, Lenormand, and Molina. Midfield of G. Simeone. It's nice to have your dad in manager. Please, dad, you know what I mean? Do something. Koke, Obed Vargas, and Almada in midfield, and then Alex Banea and Antoine Griezmann expected probably to start, depending. There'll probably be a minor changes. It won't be the same lineup. Let me even see what happened in their last game. I watched it, but my memory is so bad, man. So yeah, Barcelona beat Atletico Madrid 2-1. I am expecting Barcelona, especially playing at home, to win this match. I think I've gone for Barcelona 3-1. I think they'll win. I think they'll win personally. It's a Barcelona 3-1 for me, this match. And then the other game that's happening on the same night is going to be, I think, the best match of this whole weekend. It has got potential. The reason is I love watching PSG. I love watching PSG, you guys. It's a team of everything that I love about football. They are big, they are fast. Carvajal, oh my God, that guy is my favorite player in the world. Him and that guy, Szoboszlai, those are my kind of players. I love them. They just, every time they're on the ball, every time they're in the team, you can see what they're trying to do. You know, and it's not always about winning. For me, football is not about highlights. It's about the body of work in a game. These guys are skill. They've got skills up to there. I can only dream. Anyway, PSG should line up like this. This is what they're saying. This is how they lined up against Toulouse. And they've got Safonov in goal, not Stefanov. Safonov in goal. A back four of Ashraf Hakimi. We know, brilliant African player. Plays for Morocco, unfortunately, but you know, you can't help himself. But yeah, basically, I mean, Morocco are on the outs with me. Me and Morocco our love affair is um, on thin ice. But Hakimi, you have to admit this guy is one of the best right backs in the world that we've ever seen. And then and then on the left back, who got Hernandez. Oh, and then centre backs of Pacho and Zabarini. Then holding midfielders of Zaire Emery, Beraldo, and Lin Kang In. I feel like there'll be some changes. Lin Kang In is good, but Zaire Emery, I've seen him a few times starting off the bench, so I don't know what's happening to the rest of the team. And then up front, oh, this lineup is crazy, the forward lineup. So you've got Desire, Due, Kvaratskhelia, and was Dembele, basically the best player in the world, right? Well, we got the Ballon d'Or last season. Dembele is going to be starting. So Liverpool, and the way Van Dijk is playing nowadays, guys. Now, unfortunately for this, at the moment, LiveScore have only put up the lineup that started against Manchester City, which was a completely disastrous lineup because they were owned so badly. Regardless, in goal, Mamadashvili, because Alisson is injured. I've never heard of a keeper that's injured so often. What do they do when they play for Brazil? It's like they do all sorts of crazy things. Anyway, Mamadashvili might start in goal unless Alisson gets back in enough time to come and take over because he's definitely the better keeper. Mamadashvili was tragic, absolutely tragic. Milos Kekej will never ever be found in the conversation of best right back in the world. I mean, unless things change. And then Joe Gomez on right back. Then we've got a duo of Konate and Van Dijk. These two, they need to go for a spa date or something. There's something. But Van Dijk is like he's lost. I don't know. He must have sold like his soul or something for last season. This season, he hasn't made sense. He really is. It's like that confidence, that arrogance, which, by the way, used to annoy me very much and it still does. It has been knocked out of him physically. It's like someone dragged it out of him and he's let them drag it out of him. He's not even fighting his mediocrity at the moment, which is really weird. Anyway, Curtis Jones and Gravenberch. I love Gravenberch, another player, the way he holds himself, the way he looks like a complete athlete. Oh my days, he is absolutely a unit. And then Verts and Dominic Sovaslai, another player who I'd love to see at Arsenal. Unfortunately, we probably won't get him. Too much beef. Hugo Ekitike for me is pretty decent, but that like earlier in the season when he got shafted by Arne Slot, the comments when he was celebrating blah 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 because of Alexander Isak signing, and Arne Slot did really like throw him under the bus. Since then, we all know Hugo doesn't want to be there. He's just there for the money. But if you put him, give him an opportunity in front of goal, that net is going to bulge. It's gonna be shaking. Mo Salah, though, this Mo Salah, who has been one of the best players in the league for years and years and years, is now absolutely not. It's time for him to move on. Whatever is happening in the back room, whatever is happening with his performances, he's also not being played the way he needs to be played. There's too much on the wing for him to make. Like they're expecting him to play the way, what's his name? Noni plays. Doesn't make sense. This is not his game. It doesn't work for Mo. And the Liverpool are suffering because of it. It's part of the reason why they're suffering this season. Otherwise, I went for a PSG 3-1 win for this match, and this is how they're going to line up. Guys, let me know what you think. Tell me in the comments who you think is going to take it. Take this round because we're going to do it again, opposite sides, next week. Otherwise, that is my preview of the Champions League first leg quarterfinal stage games. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me. I will be talking to you very soon. Bye.